What's up, folks? Sorry. I was a tad bit hungry. Busy day today. Very busy day. But now that I can live stream, it's easier. That old Mac. It's iMovie 09. And so I can't, it's so very hard to try to edit stuff on. What's up, Christina? How are you? Your video this morning was awesome. I thought your contractor guy was going to flip his lid, man. It was the pièce de résistance. It's awesome. So, I find it easier to do a live feed. And as you saw the thumbnail on there, today's video is about the Ridgid drill driver. What's up, Brian? So, this is the model of it. Okay. So, I got this on the $79 special. The lighting is horrible because it's coming in and it's got tungsten lighting and the camera's just making me look purple. So, it is what it is. So I bought it and it was very cool. It's a very cool little drill. It was $79. Now, let me tell you what I was using before. Let me show you what I was using before. So what I was using before was this very old Porter cable, lithium, little, that was the drill driver, and that's the drill. That's the driver, that's the drill. So, these, I mean, they still work to today. The problem are, as is on every battery power tool, is the batteries. They're just at the end of their lifespan. And I think I'm going to still keep them. They still work great. They still charge, but they don't really hold a charge. They're comfortable. They're worn in. They've been beat up. I mean, really beat to shreds. But before that, I had DeWalt, and that worked out very well. But this $79 special, how could I pass that up? So, so I bought it, and here it is. The couple things that I don't like about it. One, this comes with a plastic chuck on the outside, but I don't know if it's metal or if it's plastic. I think it's plastic. Where my old drill was metal. I don't know who made this chuck. I don't think it's a Jacobs chuck. I'm not sure who makes the old chuck on the old drill. But that was metal, and it was nice. The only problem is when your hands got dirty, the knurling on it was not really all that well. Where this is plastic, I don't care. It's a brush tool. It's $80. You know, what can you expect for 80 bucks? The couple of the other things that I like and I don't like about it. One, the ergonomics feel pretty good in hand. It's balanced pretty good. I like the fact that it has this little bit of battery on the front to help balance the drill front to back. I like that it's a mid handle as opposed to a rear handle. Okay. T-type of drive. The issue that I have with all of these new drills now, I don't care if it's orange, red, blue, teal, red, yellow, day glow green, you pick your color. This over molding, rubberizing of the tools today sucks. I hate it. Come on. I understand you have to protect the drill. The old drills themselves had a rubbery coating, but it wasn't as tactile and it was smooth Okay, it had a little bit of stippling there. But this new stuff, it's just getting out of hand, man. This is grippier than my golf club grips. Okay? This is nuts. Now, herein lays the problem. When I first picked up this drill and I used it, I put it in the hand and I said, there's something wrong with the trigger. See how you can push it all the way in and it doesn't go full. But the issue is it's not the trigger. Okay? The trigger on both of these is the same. The problem is in the overmolding. This stuff is so sticky, okay? It's so sticky that it prevents, I got little fat Irish fingers, okay? See the meat on there? That hangs down. So as I go to pull this in, okay? Sounds good. Thanks, Brian. Unless you put your finger on the front pad on the pad of the trigger to pull it all the way in, if you try to wrap that around there, you will not get, okay, a full trigger pull because of this stupid rubber overmolding. Stop with the overmolding! Oh, I understand it looks cool and it looks Tronish, but it's got to be a usable tool. So that's the big gripe that I have with this, okay? Once this gets worn down a little bit and all that kind of stuff, this super stickiness will go away, and a full trigger pull will happen. What else do I like about it? The thing that I'm starting to get a hold of. I'm a big Makita fan. I'm a huge Makita fan, and I love Makita. I've got tons of Makita downstairs. I still have old drills down there that I can get batteries redone, but I haven't done so because the batteries are so damn expensive. But what did Ridgid do that was very, very smart? The same battery for all their 18 volt for generations and generations use this same mounting pad. Okay? So it doesn't matter whether you bought a Ridgid 18 volt drill 5 years ago or picked up the 80 volt, the $80 special. What's up, VCG? This battery will work for all the generations. Vince, since you just got here, or Nick, I'm doing the thing on the Ridgid drill, and I found out what it is that I do not like. It's not the fact that the trigger, okay, has a problem. It's the rubber overmolding. I don't know if you had the same thing with Milwaukee or not, but this stupid ass rubber overmolding around the trigger keeps your finger, if you grab a good grip, okay, that's all the way in. Okay? The rubber overmolding keeps your skin from being able to wrap around the trigger. If I intentionally push all this in, I can get a good grip each time. My old Porter cable stuff, no rubber overmolding. That's just the plastic. The rubber overmolding was on the back. On the drill is slightly different. They carried the rubber overmolding around it, but see, it doesn't have a sticky pattern to it. It is cushiony, but it's not sticky. This is highly sticky. They could have just taken this and not put rubber overmolding on it. I hate it. Sorry, I hate it. But I love the drill. I love the balance. It is a brushed tool. It's not a brushless. Okay, it's their XD X4. I don't know what X4 means. I haven't bought new power tools since DeWalt put out their first 18 volt system. You know, the thing on the big battery on the bottom. But this drill was $79. Plus, I'll tell you which is cool. So I'll tell you how I got to this drill. I'll tell you a little story. So one day, X5 is the new generation for. Okay, so it's the X. So they're blowing the X4, which is last year's model, or last generation for the X5. That's cool. That's okay. Hopefully, when I take this to Kentucky this year on ASP, the drill will hold up. The only reason why I got that is because these older Porter cables, which have served me well, batteries are just done in them. And the batteries are just about as much as the drills, as the Ridgid drill itself. So, I'll tell you how I came to find the drills themselves, to buy this drill. Go over after this live stream. Go over to VCG Construction. Go over to Vince and the boys. Like, share, and subscribe on their channel. And they had a contest. And it was a comment. You had to leave a comment at the end of the video. Forgot what the comment was. It was something really mundane. I felt really bad. But a couple of people left some pretty epic comments, and I think I wrote like, "Damn, I missed the live stream" or something like that. And there's a young viewer. What's up, Nick? Thank you. I'm glad to be out of jail. So there's a young kid who's on there and who didn't win. And I felt bad, but that's how it was. So it was a $25 gift certificate. And we were going to take the $25 gift certificate and buy stuff for her chicken, for my wife's chicken coop or whatever. Well, it came to, we needed a ton. Yeah, you like that? Reality is a comedy. I was trying to do a video on that. And I've been trying for weeks, but that machine keeps crashing. So I had to go in. Oh, I know what it was. We were preparing for a sleepover for my daughter's birthday party. And we had to get odds and ends, like, you know, all kinds of like little stuff. Aerator screens, and it was a lot of stuff. But the night before, Vince got on there with the Black Friday, Spring Black Friday sale or something like that. And he happened to thumb through, and I saw this $80 drill. Did you hit that like button? Yeah, do it now. Thank you, Nick. And if you guys don't know Nick, go in the comments. Go to his channel. So if you just clicky, you just go click. On his profile, and it'll say go to his channel. Nick does some rap videos, and he is a video editing beast. So I had to go to Depot, and that night I was just getting my shopping list together, and thank you, Vinny, for spending my money. But I took that $25 gift card that I got from those guys, and and I went into Depot, and I got this 18-volt drill. It comes, so I'll tell you what this comes with. So it comes with 2 batteries. Okay, they are 1.5 amp hour. What are they? I don't even know. I think they're 1.5 amp hours. They're 18 volt. I think they're 1.5 amp hours. They're not big. They're the smallest battery that they put on there. But they give you 2 of them. I don't care. I can hot swap them. They gave you a charger. Charger is back there, which is charged in. And I have not been able... There we go. If you beat hard on it, you can beat the battery off of it. Okay? Ow, that was not good. Okay, but you got to beat hard to get the battery off the thing. Hopefully I just didn't break it. No, okay. So some guys will say, hey, the batteries don't stick on. I had to beat, you saw how I had to beat the snot out of it. The chuck, it's probably a Chinesium chuck. Beat the battery. So it comes with the standard thing, you know. But it's very positive, and when you go to tighten, it's a keyless chuck, so when you go to tighten it down, it's very positive. I do like that. It feels kind of, it feels like, you know, like, I like the fact, the one thing I do wish that this had was a light on this. I think the drivers, you get a light. On my old drill, you got a light, okay? But that only happened, okay, and I hated that. This, the speed control is much quieter than the speed controller on this. Hear that? That drove me crazy about this drill. I don't know why. It just did. I don't know why. But this drill comes with 2 amp-and-a-half hour batteries. Okay. If I want to go out and buy 4 or 5 amp batteries, they're big one. ET photo. ET photo. It's a very positive engagement of the clutch. Ouch. Okay. So they say all this is metal gears inside of here. If you go to AVE's channel, he actually tears these drills apart. I think the only thing that's metal in there, the metal gears that are in there, are probably the planetary gears and some of the other stuff they might be metal gears, but they're probably what's he call them? They are powdered metal gears, so they take tear it down. Yeah, I could. So I like the fact that I can buy any their 18-volt product out of any generation and fit it. I could probably go to like a pawn store or something like that and get batteries. So I'm not sure what the cells are, okay, but I do like. You know, I was just complaining about the overmolding on the, let me open this window. Yeah. I was just complaining about the overmolding on the handle of the drill right by the trigger, because that drives me crazy. But what I do like is the overmolding, or this protection, that's on the batteries. Okay, it's on the batteries. That's all rubberized. And there's a rubber knocker right here. Okay, so how this works is there's a button on this side, button on that side, and it controls, okay, those. Oops. Okay, it's a very simple mechanism. I like it, and that the fact that they've kept with this form throughout all of their stuff, through all of their series, I think is great for somebody who's gotten into the Ridgid line, the 18-volt line. I think that's a fantastic idea. Gee, you don't have to update to new batteries. Now, in my camera equipment, I'm a big Nikon guy, and in my camera equipment, when you went to a different series of digital cameras, so if you went from say a D3 to the D4, they moved up to different technology in the battery, but they also changed the form of the battery. It looked on the outside about the same as the other battery, but if you put the old battery in the new camera, it didn't work. And the batteries are very expensive. So I've kind of laid back on buying camera equipment because Nikon keeps screwing me on the batteries. So I've kind of held back, but I think for a manufacturer to stand behind this form while you have a lot of other companies that are coming out with different shapes and all that kind of stuff, I think this is super smart on their part. It keeps the amount of SKUs down that they have to keep, and it keeps the customers happy. I can go keep this drill for however long they keep making this form, just by a bigger capacity. Okay, it's still going to be the same voltage, but the capacity, the runtime of this battery is going to change. What's the other thing that I think is pretty cool on new drills? See, the old drills, you just had a black pack. This, I think they started this several years ago, but it tells you how much is on there. I think that's awesome. So, what else do you get with it? So you get 2 batteries, you get a drill, you get a charger. The chargers are over there. And I'm more of a kind of a hard molded kind of guy, but this is their little soft case tool. It has like a little place for the you know, whatever paperwork, but you can stick your drill in there, the charger and all that kind of stuff, zip it up, and you have a nice little, I'll take the pulls off because the pulls, I hate pulls. I'll replace that with paracord. But you have a nice little, you know, something to take your drill in. It's not hard plastic like you can run into like DeWalt or Milwaukee with their pack-out system, of which I think is a complete total abomination of what they have done to their customers. If you go to the VCG site during Christmas, Vinny went over and bought a bunch of Milwaukee product, and the promise was that the hard plastic carriers, pack-out, that goes as a system, that you all connected all as one, put all your tools in so you have a nice heavy thing, that you would be able to get those. Well, Milwaukee has not fulfilled that, but what Milwaukee is doing is they're saying, well, that's fine, just go buy the new tool with the pack-out. That's how you're getting it now. I think that's just crazy. That's insane. And you know, I love Milwaukee. I've used Milwaukee, and it is a pinnacle tool. It is a pinnacle tool. The issue that I have with Milwaukee, and it's kind of the same thing that I have with DeWalt, is that it's like McDonald's. You go into every Home Depot, and that's all you're flooded with is Milwaukee. Is it a great brand? Oh, absolutely. Is it second to none? I don't know. But when you proliferate the market like that, my brain, in its weirdness, says, I don't know if I want to buy that big guy. Do they make tools? Absolutely. Do they make wonderful, great tools? You bet your ass they do. But there's one half of me that says, I don't want to own what everybody owns. Everybody owns Milwaukee for a reason. Because they make great tools. So you're seeing yourself, Matt, why the hell would you, why are you thinking like that? Well, it's like McDonald's. Just because everybody sells it, in my mind, doesn't make it a great brand. So, Ridgid is, this is new. This is a new experience for me. As I said, I'm a Makita guy. And I have several of their drills downstairs. I have their 16, I have their 18, I have their round batteries. I have all that stuff. Their circular saw. Man, I have a circular saw that's, crap, probably 20 years old. I don't know. I have a lot of Makita stuff, and I like it. It's a little different. And Makita, see, this is the problem that I have with Makita. Makita didn't innovate. See, what makes Milwaukee great is they innovate the market. You go through there, and there is a tool for every trade. Okay, Makita started out just in the kind of the woodworking side of things, and they moved gradually into construction. and then they kind of built the construction line a little bit. And then they got into a little bit more of the specialized mechanical things. And then they bought a couple of other brands, like all the tool guys do. Milwaukee buys all kinds of other brands and then rebrands their stuff. They buy good brands. They bought Empire Level. I mean, that's a great brand. But Makita doesn't, they don't innovate. Companies like DeWalt and Milwaukee are spending huge amounts of dollars on all kinds of research and development, product studies. I mean, they are really driving the market, which is great. And brands like Makita, and you run into brands like Ryobi. Ryobi is happy in their little market of being that homeowner, that home gamer type of thing. You can't, you really, I know a lot of people like to run Ryobi, but if you run that stuff on the on any type of professional level, you'll just find out that it's just woefully underpowered. One of my favorite tools that I have is a hole hog from Milwaukee. I put an 1.5 inch thing on there, and I'm a big guy. That thing will spin me around like a top. That thing is a beast of a drill. I absolutely love it. So, what Makita doesn't do is they don't force themselves into that market. They'll wait for those two guys, the yellow and the red, to beat themselves on battery power, on subcompact size, and all that kind of stuff. They'll bring that out, and then Makita will say to them, "Oh, well, okay, we know that the market is now being kind of supported by that, so we will bring out a tool for that." And that's really kind of not how you want to kind of run your business. You want to, if you want that market share, that top dog market share. And I understand what Makita's trying to do is they're not trying to outspend, their customers. But again, they're not doing themselves any favors. If you look at their battery powered sliding miter saw, that's an awesome piece of kit. It's very smart in the sense that the first time I saw it was Hilti, that the bars themselves, if you use a DeWalt or a Makita, a DeWalt or a Milwaukee, geez, I'm going to get those guys straight. The bars that the saw moves on moves, so it all moves as one big giant assembly. Where the Hitachi and the Makita and also the Festool, the bars stay the same, and the saw moves back and forth on that. I think it's a much more stable, more stable so far as moving in and out, and also holds a lot more smaller footprint. I think it's smart for Makita to run a 36 volt with two 18 volt batteries. That way you're not running into, say, like a DeWalt 60 volt. And you can keep the kind of a cost of manufacture down a little bit. Is it a little kind of wonky that they're sticking two 18 volt batteries on, say, a grinder? Yeah, but we have to look at also the weight. And it's kind of clunky in its form factor. I don't know how if you take like a flex volt grinder from DeWalt, if they have the same thing or not. But I'm going on and on and on. But this is what I wanted to bring to you today, which was this Ridgid, and I kind of like it for $80. It's a deal. It's a deal. I can buy larger batteries with better runtime capacity, and probably when I do that, the drill will become heavier, but it will become just a little. It's pretty well balanced now. I enjoy it, but I think probably with a 4 amp hour battery on it. Thank you. My problem is, I see how you have all of this this lighting wonkiness. Let's see if we can do that. I think that's better. That's better, right? Okay. That's good. But I think probably with a little bit more heavier battery, this will become a little better in its balance department. I really like the fact that I can put a larger battery on there. Thanks. Looked good either way. I like the fact that I can get a higher capacity battery for this. And that they're going to keep that form, and that Gen 5, that X5 is going to be the same. So that's the journey into Ridgid. I don't I'm not sure how else we can go through. I'll see how well it goes. I mean, I've had a chance to use a little bit of it. The as always, the little it does hold a bit well. The standard crappy Chinesium double-headed number 2 and a number 6 screwdriver bit is on there. It's crap. I know that. I have no problem with that. One thing I will say that I do get when I get these drivers is I get the blackened, hardened ones from Milwaukee. I don't know what it's coated in, whatever that black coating that they stick on there is really good. And I also like the fact that it is I'm at work. Sounds good, gear. But yeah, so I think it should be fun. I'm definitely going to take this overmolding crap, and I'm not going to rough it up. I mean, it already has a little texture to it, which is stupid. I mean, the bit once I get a full, and this is what I have to do, is I have to take this finger, stippled all. Well, the rubber overmolding on this thing is just gargantuanly stupid. They should have stopped it there. I mean, it really does. When you grab a hold of this drill, the overmolding really does keep it in the hand. But I can guarantee you, as soon as you sweat with this stupid thing, it's just going to be just greasy. You get any type of mud or anything on there, all that overmolding is just crap. So that's it that I have on that. Do you guys have any questions that I might be able to answer? Besides, how do I look so good at this age? Let's see. Oh, did anybody go see the Whisperers video today? Go check it out on Your Real Estate Whisperer. She did a really good. Thanks, Gear Runner. I appreciate that, man. I saw your. Oh, what was the review that you were doing it on the other day? I saw the one on the tactician. Oh, what was it? I don't remember. It was you, and it was also. I'm flipping back. I can't remember. I've watched so many stuff the last couple days. I feel bad. Oh, you know what I'll work on next? I don't know if you're still on, Christina, or not. But let me show you what I'm going to do next. Hang on. Let me spin this around here. Now, one thing I do love is nylon. And I think tonight I might go live and finish up where I left off last night from doing the live stream on my SOE stuff, and I still have a couple other pieces. But I think the next one that I'm going to do reviews on are these. These are supposed to be dry boxes, but I don't think they're dry boxes. They're Walmart, and they are super handy. I took the plastic thing off and put this paracord pull on there, and I also put a little lanyard ring on there. And I'll tell you what I use when I go to work on these. I'll tell you what I use these for. So that's the one size. They make 4 sizes. The big one is downstairs. This is the medium. Okay. And this comes with 2 clips. Okay. And this opens up. So I will do... Oops. When I do my next live feed... Come on. When I do my next live feed, I'll do a live feed on these little cases from Walmart. They're cheap. They make a very thin one that fits your phone. That'll fit a lot of people's phones. I think that'll probably fit every phone that's on there. That medium one there, that large one, and then they have an extra large one. And these are pretty inexpensive, and they hold your kit very well, and they're very inexpensive. So that's it. The X4, nice enough drill. If we get rid of this goofy ass overmolding at the trigger, I think it will be okay. I think I don't know if it will stand up to. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot. This is a 2-speed. Okay, gearbox. I don't know whether or not this will stand up to professional use or not. I don't know. It doesn't... See, when you pick up a tool, you can kind of feel whether or not it's a home gamer tool or it's going to be something for the field. The plastic, I don't know. I just don't know. So, we'll have fun with it. We'll beat on. I got a couple projects that are coming up. But the old Porter cable, I'm going to buy batteries for it and keep it. And we'll take it to ASP this summer. Who knows, I might even give it away to somebody there on the site. So, thanks guys for joining me. I know it's 40 minutes of talking about a drill. Oof. So, I really appreciate it. Thank you to Reality is a Comedy. So go over to his channel, Angelo and Sons. He's a block layer. He's a mason. That is a dying art. I mean, that truly is a thankless job. Every one of those guys, by the time they're 50, they look like primates because they just everything on their body is just curled. From their spine to their hands to everything in between. It's just hard work. And somebody who is good at it, like Angelo, and I've seen his work. It's tough work. And they're tough guys, and they don't make a lot of money. But thank you. He sent me 2 shirts. He sent me this green one, which my favorite color, and blue. And I didn't think I'd like the blue all that much, but I'm digging the blue. Sorry, the blue is actually in the wash because, well, I kind of wear it all the time. So, it's nice. So, if you have any thoughts on the Ridgid drill, go over and comment down below. If you have time, go over to VCG Construction. Go over, see them. If you want to go over and you want to buy a house that's down in Louisiana, in the Ascension Parish, go over to Your Real Estate Whisperer, Christina Smallhorn. She's good. I also have another channel called Matt the Realty Guy. Hey, Matt the Realty Guy. Do I have any? Yeah. That's me. Wow, it looks all out of focus. Hocus focus. Whatever. That's me, Matt the Realty Guy. Go over to there. I'm on Facebook as Matt the Realty Guy. Go over to Instagram, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Matt the Realty Guy. And please like, share, and subscribe there. Starting up a new business and trying to get content out and trying to get the name out for local sales. So I'm in the Baltimore, Maryland area. Primarily, I focus in the Phoenix area, but I'll work in the city wherever you need to buy or sell your home. So I think that's it. Thanks for you guys for joining me for this live feed. It's a lot easier for me to do this and kind of do this off the cuff and to make it work. Since this old Mac is very old. So, thanks for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. We will talk to you later. Thank you so very much for joining me, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.